New York Post, Saturday, April 25th, page 14. Reiner can anguish. There's a photo and a little explanation. Heartbreaking. Jake Reiner, pictured as a baby with his parents Michelle and Rob Reiner, said it's, quote, almost impossible, unquote, to process not only the loss of his mother and father, but also having his brother Nick charged with their murders, quote, be at the center of it, unquote. By Riley Cardosa. Sid talks on bro parent slayings. Jake Reiner broke his silence on his brother Nick Reiner being, quote, at the center, unquote, of parents Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner's murders. Quote, we lost more than half of our family that night in the most violent way imaginable. The 34-year-old wrote in a heartbreaking Substack essay, published Friday, reflecting on the late couple's December 2025 slayings. Sure, any loss of a parent is devastating, but nothing compares to losing both of them at the same time, and on top of that, having your brother be at the center of it. It's almost too impossible to process. While Jake, quote, understands that people have questions about what happened, unquote, and, quote, some of those answers will come in time, unquote, he noted, quote, some parts of this belong only to our family. Keeping them private is the only way to protect what little remains of something that was taken from us, he continued. Nick was arrested the day after news broke that Rob and Michelle had been stabbed to death in their California home, located in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. Living nightmare. The 32-year-old has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He is being held at LA's Twin Towers Correctional Facility without bail while awaiting trial. Jake did not mention Nick elsewhere in his vulnerable essay, which included a devastating description of the way he learned of Rob and Michelle's deaths. Quote, I was in Union Station at a celebration of life for one of my best friends, Christian Anderson, who died in October, Jake wrote. It was at that moment I received a call from my sister Romy telling me our father was dead. Minutes later, she called back telling me our mother was also dead. End quote. The actor noted that, quote, nothing can prepare you for that living nightmare of losing both parents instantly at the same time. End quote. Jake added that he, quote, keeps coming back to how frightened Rob and Michelle must have felt. They were the last people in the world to deserve what happened to them, he wrote. They should be enjoying the rest of their lives peacefully while growing older together. Instead, that was ripped away from them, from me, from Romy, and there was nothing we could do about it. End quote. Jake and Romy, who will tell her story in her own way and in her time, initially released a joint statement last year regarding the loss of their parents. Quote, words cannot even begin to describe the unimaginable pain we are experiencing every moment of the day, they wrote at the time. The horrific and devastating loss of our parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, is something that no one should ever experience, end quote. Written by R. Cardoza at NYPost.com. Another article on that page. Stairwell shoot cop guilty of perjury. A former NYPD officer was convicted of perjury Friday for lying about the circumstances of a 2009 shooting in a trial that featured the Post's exclusive reporting on the tall tale. Danny Acosta was found guilty of a slew of charges in a Bronx criminal courtroom by a jury in connection to the statements he made about shooting a 17-year-old boy in the stairwell at a Claremont public housing complex, the DA's office said. Acosta claimed for years, including to a grand jury as part of a civil lawsuit, that teen suspect Peter Colin held a gun to his partner's head, forcing Acosta to open fire on Colin from 10 feet away, legal papers said. He and his partner claimed in civil depositions that during a struggle between Acosta's partner and Colin, the teen picked up the gun she dropped and pressed it against her head, according to past post reporting. But Acosta actually shot Colin at point-blank range while kneeling on his back, according to court documents. Colin was hit with assault and weapons charges, but the case fell apart after Acosta refused to testify in front of a second grand jury. Colin later got a nearly $500,000 settlement from the city. Acosta, who was fired in 2021, was convicted of 4 counts of first-degree perjury and other charges, the district attorney's office said. Written by David Proper. The third article on this page, Ohio politician and ex in kid war, Washington. U.S. Representative Max Miller, R. Ohio, is mired in a messy custody battle with his ex-wife that has involved a police investigation into their 2-year-old's broken collarbone, court documents reveal. The former President Trump aide had filed for divorce from Emily Moreno in 2024, not long after the birth of their daughter, and initially agreed to an arrangement where the congressman ponied up $2,500 in child support each month. But last month, Emily, who is the daughter of U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno, R. Ohio, moved to overhaul their shared parenting agreement, citing concerns about his behavior. Miller, quote, regularly speaks to me in an inappropriate, aggressive, and demeaning manner, which is not in the best interest of our child, she wrote in court documents first reported by TMZ. Miller countered that his ex-wife's conduct has, quote, become increasingly confrontational, irrational, and somewhat bizarre, end quote. He alleged that she made, quote, repeated and unsubstantiated allegations of abuse of their daughter to local police and family services. Written by Ryan King. And the last little article, elderly Queensman knifed. An unhinged woman stabbed an elderly man in the stomach in an early Friday Queens attack, cops said. The maniac knifed the 74-year-old victim in the left side of his gut around 12:30 a.m. at 31st Avenue and 94th Street in Jackson Heights, police said. He was taken to the Elmhurst Hospital Center, where he was listed in stable condition, police said. The suspect, wearing all black, fled with the knife, walking toward Jackson Mill Road, authorities said. She had not been caught several hours later. Written by Amanda Wood.